just saw Zombieland for the first time. Interestingly enough, I saw the opening credits years ago and hadn't seen the rest of it. But I'm a big fan of Emma Stone. I think she's very funny. And also, I think the highlight of that movie, obviously, there's few lone survivors in a zombie attack. Zombie apocalypse was a big meme on the internet a couple years ago. I don't know if it still is, but it was more of a thing a little while ago. So, greatest Bill Murray cameo ever. That was funny. He pretends to be a zombie just to survive. Oh, and he talks about how Garfield is his regret. That was great. And all around, there was so much. It's a straightforward movie, but it was about the journey, and what else can I say? The actors are all really great. It's a fun road trip movie. It's just survive. It's survival, and you find through the situation, this group of characters builds their own family and builds their own community. They all have lost so much, and they've all felt this sense of loneliness and isolation. The girls are constantly betraying the guys because of their own need to survive, which they've been doing for so long, and the guys find each other, just realize, hey, we're going to survive together. We're better together than we are separately. Because you see a little bit about how people can go crazy when they're alone. Jesse Eisenberg's character, I like how they're all named after their places where they're from. Columbus, so Wichita, Little Rock, and Tallahassee. But you see Jesse Eisenberg saying that for the longest time he's hated people, he was a shut-in, he went out of his way to avoid people. But now that he's one of the last few who's surviving, he misses people. And I think, I could see how a lot of people would have that sentiment. You really can learn a lot through people based on the movies they pick, and I did learn a lot about the person who showed it to me. So it was interesting, and it was really interesting to see that how another person's mind works. Also, this is something I see in a lot of movies. It's such a minor thing, but Twinkies appears so much in media. In this movie, it's a symbol of hope in a small way. But I swear to God, in kids' books, I remember at least 2 books. Bridget Terabithia is one of them, where there's a scene of an older kid stealing a younger kid's Twinkies. It is always Twinkies, I swear to God. I think there's another 80s book that had a very similar scene in it. And Ghostbusters had a Twinkies reference. Yeah, they watch Ghostbusters in Zombieland. So I want someone to explain to me, because I'm too lazy to Google it. You'd think it's much easier if someone explains what's the deal with Twinkies. They're not my food of choice. I prefer tasty cakes if we're going cheap snack foods. So, but it is fascinating how part of media Twinkies are, especially in nostalgic media, in survival media. I don't know, are Twinkies a symbol of hope? I know they are in Zombieland, but in other stories, because I did notice it quite a bit, it's always Twinkies. I find that so fascinating. And even in Calvin and Hobbes, the bully Moe calls Calvin Twinkie. Maybe it's a connotation of the word twink, I don't know. But I'm honestly now thinking about Twinkies again. It's wonder what made them the superfood. Did enough movies and books make Twinkies what they were? Make Twinkies into this desirable snack food? Because I'm wondering, there's so many snack foods out there. Why did Twinkies get the distinction? Maybe enough media writers just made it popular, or maybe were Twinkies really, really popular on their own, and then and art is reflecting it. I started talking about Zombieland and now I'm talking about Twinkies, but I swear to God, this is a thing! So, short review, but Zombieland, it's a fun journey, survival, not too much exposition. You really get to know these characters, and you definitely get the sense that in a normal setting, they probably wouldn't have crossed paths, or probably wouldn't have gotten along, but because they're in this setting, they're forced to be together, and they are forced to make it work. There's something kind of nice about that. So, it's beautiful. It's, I mean, probably not what you'd think of when you think zombie apocalypse, but beautiful.